40. Mike, 49. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Back to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
50. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Running with Howard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
47. 50, looks more. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Lorenzo Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Come on,
The
fellas.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
1st down, Bills.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Bills 10, Cowboys nothing. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
At the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 25, check 25, check 25. Switch. Check 26, check 26. There we go, down.
Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch out. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, baby. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson on first down, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is taken at his 4. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
On first down, they run with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A first down throw for Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Watch the slide. Motion.
They'll throw again. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hatchet. We're going to 54.
To throw is Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big run there by McCoy. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Third and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You got tight. You set. Run it. Now. Check 23.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Pauschka's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, kill. What he's done. Hey, kill. 47.
They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's checking.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
He's checking crap.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Mike 54.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
On play action, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Running with Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Right there. Like the pass. 47. Go 58 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Orbit. Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll roll him out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
That good for 22 and a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And it's caught. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And the blitz does come. Complete to Jason Witten. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
We're going to 54. Line in. Then we're going to 56.
They'll look to throw. Caught by Cobb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, it's Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Running from the gun with Howard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and goal, Buffalo.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the gun, Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And what can Prescott do in the OT? This is Cobb with a catch right side. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
Prescott off play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Bills, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.